let's see. We should be live now. Let me see. Okay, cool. Had to set that all up by myself. Hang on. Alright, cool. So, we're here. We're live. Sorry for being a little late. I was supposed to have a little bit of help from LJ earlier, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. Life happens. This is my first stream setting up, or by myself, well, on the TTV channel. I've done streaming before, but this is the first time I've set it up on TTV. So I had to get all the logos and, you know, get the Patreon chat on there and figure all that stuff out. I don't know. Usually Meso and LJ have that stuff figured out. I had to improvise. So anyway, we're here. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. I'm Ven with the TTV channel, of course. Today we're going to be cracking open this baby right here. The Lego Jurassic World Giganotosaurus Therizinosaurus attack set. I've had this set for a while. Thank you, Lego, very much, by the way. They sent us this set about 2 weeks ago, but we weren't supposed to make anything with it just yet, so we received it pretty early. The embargo for being able to talk about it just lifted on the 17th, so well, it's past the 17th, so here we are. Let's see. Hi guys, I'm seeing some of you in the YouTube chat. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for being here. Let me just reduce that. Now we're missing something here. I'm just gonna change up this overlay live real quick. There was one more thing I did want to add. So let me do this first, and then I'll just go ahead and start building this thing. There's just one thing. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, well. Oh, wait. I have Photoshop open. What am I doing? So what I want to do real quick is just throw on the good old Jurassic World Dominion logo. Just to add some spice to our stream here. It just feels a little empty without something. I'm excited to build this set. I've been waiting to build this set for a while. And I just thought it'd be a good idea to do it live, just because it's the biggest set of the wave, and you know, I thought it'd be fun to do a live build, interact with you guys a bit. Hey Sakota, thanks for joining. So let me just grab this logo real quick. Slap it on here. There it is. Woo! And just put it right over my face. Now we'll do we'll just put you right here. Just right in this space. Cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. There should be music playing. Let me know if you guys hear it or not. I'm gonna have some music going in the background since it seems like there's very few of us today, which is fine. But that does mean it's probably gonna be a bit of a quiet stream. I'll try to keep talking every so often, but you know, every time I start up a new build, sometimes I get super focused. I need a knife or something. I want to cut this cleanly. Oh, here we go. I have some scissors. Thank you, Sakota, for the confirmation. Ooh. Such a big box. Oh, here. Actually, let me show you guys the box. Look at that. Some pretty cool stuff here. Get to see the set. Like the little size chart on the side there. What's this? Little preview of the dinosaur action we're getting here. Okay, that's enough of that. I just felt obligated. That's that. Set that over there. You guys just love the sound of these. Now usually I build on a bigger table, but my girlfriend and I just came back from a trip and we haven't had much time to clean up our home. So I thought, well, the desk is, my computer desk is clean. We'll just do it here. Alright. Alright. Look at all that. Let me just get everything in order and we'll start building. Okay, cool. I think we're ready. I just need instructions. Jeez, the instructions have their own plastic bag. For anyone just joining, feel free to say hello in the chat. If you have any questions about what I'm building exactly, or, you know, anything at all, anything on your mind, feel free. One more thing. Just posting a little announcement for my patrons. Cool. All right. Hi. And thanks, Dakota. I worked very hard on it. Okay. I keep delaying the build because I want to make sure that I have all my bases covered before I start building. So I'm trying to post everywhere. I'm trying to make sure that the stream looks good. You know, just trying to make sure that there's nothing else that I need to do before I get into this. So far, it seems like we're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I know I've said this probably 5 times already. We're going to actually start the build now. It's going to happen. Phone, go away. Coffee. Delicious. Let's go. Mouse, move. Okay. So it looks like bag 1 is essentially going to take care of the dinosaurs and this first building. What is this? It's like a little tower. Okay. Hi, Tokiyami. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm just popping open bag 1. Looks like there's a total of 5 bags. Well, 5 quote-unquote because they actually have multiple bags for each number. I don't know why Lego does that. Like, there's 2 bags here that say bag 2 or bag 3 or whatever. They might as well just put them all together in just one bag. Like, you open up one big old bag and there's multiple bags inside. I don't know, maybe they just want to conserve on the plastic and that's why they don't do that. Okay, cool. So, let me see. I think the best place to put the instructions would probably be right here. Like I said, I don't usually build on my computer desk. At least nothing this big. I'll do like maybe a small build here once in a while. Might have production reasons. Yeah. Definitely. Mouse. Need you to be accessible. There we go. The instructions want me to build Dr. Alan Grant. So we're gonna get to it. Now normally when I would build these sets, I like to do the dinosaur first, but come on, it's Dr. Grant. I'll make an exception. This is nice. They have a little mosquito and the amber printed on this 1x1 piece. That's pretty cool. Let's see if you can kind of see it. Ah, jeez. Well, you'll see it in the review video. But this is actually really neat. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. Alright, so we have Dr. Grant. Unfortunately, my webcam isn't too great at picking up the details close up. But, you know, something you can look forward to when I get to making the full-on review video, which will come. I'm gonna probably just get to working on that as soon as I finish up here. And that way I can just get that video out as soon as possible. Oh, yep. Mr. Stud right here, Chris Pratt. You know how many Star-Lords I have now? Okay, now the moment we've all been waiting for, the moments where we build the Giganotosaurus. One of the two new dinosaurs that we get in the movie. This is supposed to be, I guess, something to rival the T-Rex. They'll probably fight in the new movie. And then T-Rex is gonna win because it's a T-Rex. So yeah, when I first heard that we were getting this set, I was pretty excited because I knew what the Giganotosaurus was beforehand. Let me preface by saying this. I was one of those kids that just loved dinosaurs. And I think I was invested in dinosaurs even before watching any Jurassic Park movie. I don't know, maybe it was a bunch of toys that I had, maybe it was some documentaries I watched. Most likely it was toys. But I did love Jurassic Park as a kid too, obviously. I grew up with the first 3 movies, and I remember watching Jurassic Park 3 in theaters. And I always loved the Spinosaurus. That was probably my favorite one. Now, Spinosaurus, for those of you who may not be as familiar with newer scientific developments, the Spinosaurus does not look at all like how it does in Jurassic Park 3. Or at least supposedly it doesn't. More recent discoveries have led scientists to conclude that the Spinosaurus was a quadruped. So instead of running around on 2 legs, possibly chasing down prey, it was spending most of its time in the water. And it's just funny. So I would still say, you know, even in spite of that, Spinosaurus is probably still my favorite because of childhood reasons. Now, Giganotosaurus here was one that I always used to see in my dinosaur books. And I used to think it was called the Gigantosaurus. I guess I wasn't too far off. It's supposed to be probably one of the larger... what is the term? Theropods? Is that? No. I forget what the term is for, you know, a 2-legged carnivorous dinosaur. But we'll just say it was supposed to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, meat eater type dinosaurs. And so it was cool for me to hear that we were getting it in a set. I was very curious to see how it looks. Honestly, it's cool, but it doesn't look to me like how a Giganotosaurus usually looks. It doesn't remind me of one at all. It kind of looks like I don't know, the head really... I think this is the same head that they used for the what's it called? The Indominus Rex? I think this is the same head that they used for the Indominus Rex. The body is new. That's for sure. Really interesting what they did with the spine here. The real Giganotosaurus doesn't have that. But I know that the movie version does. They took a lot of liberties with the movie version of the Giganotosaurus. Hence why it looks so different here. I would have liked a more scientifically accurate version, but I understand why we ended up getting this the way it is. Oh, Sakota says I was right. It is called a theropod. So anyway, on this figure, it looks like we have the T-Rex legs, T-Rex arms on a new body. I think this is the same tail they used for the Indominus Rex figure. I'm not 100% sure. I never actually got that figure. But this head definitely looks like an Indominus head, just repurposed. I don't know if... I can't tell off the top... I can't really tell if they actually changed it or not at all. It looks like the exact same mold, but obviously with different printing and in a whole new color. There we go. Giganotosaurus. What do you guys think? Alright, we have another new dinosaur in this. So let me go ahead and get that put together. Alright, this next one is called a Therizinosaurus. Now this one I was very surprised to hear it was going to be in the new movie. I feel like this is not one that the mainstream audience would be familiar with. Giganotosaurus maybe, just because, you know, the carnivorous dinosaurs I think have a bit more of a pop culture presence than anything else. Therizinosaurus, I don't even remember if it's supposed to be carnivorous or an herbivore, but yeah, this one I feel like you wouldn't really know unless you actually did some in-depth research on dinosaurs and prehistoric animals in general. Now the big deal with this thing, supposedly, is that it's, I think, I'm not a paleontologist or anything, but I think the thing behind this guy is that it supposedly has the largest claws out of any land animal. Not talons, but claws on its, what would you call it? Paws? Hands? But look at this. Look at this. You tell me. That's one done right there. A little blurry, but yeah, you get the point. Look at those. Posable, which is really neat. But yeah, compared to any other dinosaur especially, I think these are still supposed to be the largest claws on any of them. And I guess that's why they decided to put it in the movie. They're like, oh, come on, like, that's perfect cinematic potential right there. Just get the one with the big shredder claws. Put them on the screen. Neat. This is pretty neat. Now, I don't know if these proportions are accurate. It's got this super long tail. Kind of bendy. The body, I think, is the same as what they used for the Baryonyx figure. I don't know. I gotta pull that out at some point. Thought I had it here. It's probably still here somewhere. I was comparing all these dinosaurs. Is it down there? Oh, I know where it is. Hang on. I actually do have it. Cool. Oh. Alright. free shipping. Well, technically, if you order on shop.lego.com, I think this would actually qualify for the free shipping. So not only would you get the Shredder claws, but you'd get it with free shipping. Some good callbacks to some older videos. Alright, here's the Baryonyx, not included in this set. This is from an older set. I think it came out a year ago or two for Fallen Kingdom. Probably 2 years ago. Yeah, probably about 2 years ago. This is the Baryonyx. And here's our Therizinosaurus. New mold. So, yeah, I think that's the same body. There we go. Same legs, it looks like, too. Just different coloration for the claws on the feet. The arms would almost be the same. I think this is a new mold that they're using for the Therizinosaurus to give it the posable claws. Definitely a new mold for the head. The tail, I think the tail is the same. Yeah, the tail's the same mold. But we did get some new parts with this, so that's pretty cool. And overall, they're about the same size. So if you guys have a Baryonyx, you kind of already know what to expect in terms of size for the Therizinosaurus. Yeah, this is cool. It's a very unique figure. Definitely unlike any of the other dinosaurs we've gotten so far from any Jurassic, any dinosaur related theme that we've gotten from Lego so far. If it wasn't for the body and the legs and the tail, it would be a brand new dinosaur. But it still feels brand new because of this unique head mold and these giant claws. So I think this is actually really cool. Put it next to the Giganotosaurus. Oh, sorry. I keep like accidentally pulling them off screen. Compared to the Giganotosaurus, they're pretty close in size. Obviously, Giganotosaurus, or as my kid self used to call him, the Gigantosaurus, is still Giganto. But yeah, there we go. I wonder if they're supposed to fight, and that's why they're in this set. I feel like that's what's happening here, is that there might be a fight scene between the two. Because Giganotosaurus has all these scratch marks on him. Maybe Therizino got a couple good licks in there, and that's what's supposed to happen. Alright, so we're going to set those to the side. So that's pretty much it for the dinosaurs in this set. The rest of the build is just going to be building. I don't think there's any other dinosaur figures in this. Nope, it's really just these two. So if you guys ever, you know, at any point while I'm building want to take another look at them, just let me know. I'll pull them up on the screen. In the meantime, let me get to work. Hey, Mockingbird. The build is, well, it's coming along. We just started on bag 1, and right now I have both of the dinosaurs built. I'm actually going to set them over here so that way they can be on camera. And we got this little buggy. ATV. We also got Chris Pratt and Dr. Alan Grant. I know Chris Pratt's character is actually named Owen, but I just, you know, come on, it's Chris Pratt. Let's see. Now it looks like we're building the little tower thing. This is cute. I don't really have a big impression made off of it. I don't know. The vehicles that they put in these sets are just so random, and I've gotta wonder if we'll even see anything like this in the movie. No, there is no Titan monitor next to my monitor. What are you talking about? Oh. So, this is interesting. Now, technically we have seen this kind of piece before, but this looks a little different. Usually there's a little ridge right here between the dots on the side, or the holes, just right here on the top. And now I guess they changed it. Interesting. I don't know, that's my Technic Bionicle trained eye that kind of noticed that. I was like, oh. It's the same, but it's different. What if I just, like, moved it up here? I'm getting tired of moving my neck. And then I'll move my coffee. Ooh. There. Come on. These freaking instructions won't stay put. Okay, there we go. Cool. You can tell, like, my setup here isn't too well optimized for a booklet this big. It's very wide. cool. Looks like we have the foundation for the tower set up here. Oh, come on. There we go. Pretty much finishes up my coffee. Oh, so for you guys that are in chat, I did actually have, I just thought of a question to ask you guys. Do you plan to see the new Jurassic World movie? If so, or if not, why or why not? I'm curious to see how you guys feel about the new movies. Mockingbird, you haven't seen any of the Jurassic movies. Wow. Well, highly recommend the first one. You can watch the others if you're even remotely interested after watching the first one. They're not, but really the one that I would recommend to just about anybody is the first movie. I feel like that's probably the most I guess solid of the whole franchise. Jurassic World is cool too, I guess, as like a second best, you know, for just about anybody to jump into the franchise. I think the first Jurassic World is fine. Now the thing is, the reason why I mentioned those two over the others is because The Lost World is a bit divisive as a direct sequel to the first movie. So you might not enjoy that as much. And then Jurassic Park 3 was critically panned. Now, even though Jurassic Park 3, for me, does have a special place in my heart because that was the first one I saw in theaters. And it's, you know, it has the Spinosaurus. As I mentioned earlier, Spinosaurus is my favorite. I recognize that it isn't a perfect movie, and it might not be enjoyable to anybody. I feel like you're either gonna love it or hate it. But it's a fun movie. If you ever do hop into that or The Lost World, they're fun movies to watch. Maybe at least as something in the background you don't have to have your complete attention on, because for those movies they just go full on dinosaur action. The plot is not smart. It doesn't want to be smart. It's just, here's some dinosaurs for some thrills, you know? First movie is a very cool movie. I mean, it's, you know, it's an adaptation of a really awesome novel by Michael Crichton, and you know, so it holds a lot of ground, and of course it's a very for its time, it's a very groundbreaking movie. You know, it had some of the best CGI and special effects for its time, so there's a lot to appreciate about that first movie. And there's a charm to it that you don't really get out of the rest of the franchise. So that's the one I would recommend for sure. Sakota, yeah, you basically nailed it. Yeah, so Sakota says, honestly, with Jurassic World, I don't care about story too much. I just want to see cool, beautiful dinosaurs. And honestly, that's pretty much what they're making those movies for now, is just so you can see cool dinosaur action. You know, not to discredit the team behind those movies. I mean, you know, I did appreciate the kind of meta writing in Jurassic World with the whole, oh, Indominus, we have to make something scarier because our visitors of the park are getting bored with just traditional dinosaurs. We need to bump it up. And I love that it's kind of meta in that way, where it's like, oh yeah, the scientists in the movie created this completely fictional dinosaur, but it's like the movie created a fictional dinosaur for the sake of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's very I don't know how to explain it other than it's very meta. Yeah, the first Jurassic Park isn't so much a monster movie as it is a just a really interesting sci-fi movie. I think if you go into it with the expectations that you're going to watch a very interesting science fiction movie rather than some just monster kill people movie, then you'll appreciate it more, because that's how I see it personally. It's and that's what gives it so much merit over the other movies, is that it feels like they actually tried to make a good work of science fiction with that one, as opposed to the other ones where it's just, come see some cool dinosaurs kill people and eat them and stuff. Now, Alijar, you brought up a pretty good one, that Prehistoric Planet show that they're coming out with on Apple TV. I'm actually very excited for that, because, you know, as a kid that did grow up with learning about dinosaurs and having that vested interest, you know, I always liked Walking with Dinosaurs. That was one of my favorite documentaries as a kid. And so seeing all the clips for Prehistoric Planet, it has me pretty excited. It looks really good. I've been itching to see the more updated representations of the dinosaurs that we've learned about so far, just more accurately presented in the same vein as Walking with Dinosaurs, because obviously we're not getting it with the Jurassic World movies. We're not getting it with those. They're just gonna keep making, like, look at this, like, we already went over this guy, the Giganotosaurus. Doesn't look anything like the actual Giganotosaurus. They made him more toothy and scary looking, I guess, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to entertain you. So, you know, that's why velociraptors in those movies are still just Deinonychus, a completely different species, but with a different name. because real life velociraptors were supposed to be like the size of chickens. But why do they call them velociraptors in the movie? Because velociraptor rolls off the tongue a lot easier than Deinonychus. You know, you hear that, and then you go, wow, Gesundheit. Bag 2, everybody. Bag 2. Let me just make sure. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. There's 2 bag 2s. Hate it. I don't know why Lego does that. Okay, so before we actually dive into this one, let me show off what bag 1 got us. So bag 1, we got the 2 dinosaurs featured in the set, and we got this little ATV, and here, let me switch this so it's a little easier to see it. This little tower thingy. Yeah, don't know what this is exactly. Probably part of a bigger thing. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the box all too much, and that's kind of why I'm like partially going into this blind. So I don't know what exactly this will be like once it's done. Yeah, Sakota, so it's funny you mentioned the military use of dinosaurs, and that whole subplot in Jurassic World, because I remember that was a pretty controversial, what is it? Pretty controversial subject among critics, fans alike. You know, you had some people who thought it was interesting, and then you had other people who were like, I don't really care for it. It feels like they're reaching. I was definitely kind of on the latter side for a while, because it was just like, it just sounds, you know, the whole, oh, let's put dinosaurs in the military. We'll use them as our new weapons, as deterrents against other countries, or whatever the heck they were trying to do in that movie. I don't know. It always sounded really cheesy. And they did kind of bring that up again in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom with the creation of the Indoraptor. And they just made that, I don't know, it sounds like a cool concept, like, oh, cool, militarize the dinosaurs. Whoa, dino warfare. You know, that, my monkey brain is going, wow, that sounds really cool. But then you see it in execution, and I think that's why I'm not sold on it. And like that, what am I trying to say? Sorry. With the Indoraptor, it exemplifies how the execution just hasn't sold me yet, because with the Indoraptor, they designed it as like this dinosaur that will attack anything with a laser pointed at it. So if you pointed a laser at me and the Indoraptor is in the same room, then the Indoraptor is going to be aiming for me, and then you play like a chirping sound, and then suddenly the Indoraptor is going after me. But here's the thing, if you have a laser sight pointed on me, just shoot me. You know, why send a whole dinosaur? Like, that just sounds very unnecessarily extra, and also it's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, you use the dinosaur to kill someone, but then it's a dinosaur. It's gonna turn on you after it's done eating your foe. It's gonna go after you too. What's to stop it, you know? I think Sakota, yeah, about them using the dinosaurs kind of like dogs in the military. I think that is what they were trying to go for in the first Jurassic World, but then the way that it played out made it seem like, oh, these are the new killing machines. These are the things that we gotta use as weapons. And they honed in on that on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom with the Indoraptor, and that's why I'm not sold. I think, again, it's the execution. They took what sounded cool on paper. Oh, militarize the dinosaurs. Okay. Yeah, like dogs, right? And then they said, no. More than just dogs. Nukes. I don't know about that. So, you know, all of this talk about the dinosaurs and the military in those movies has me kind of thinking about how Lego has this whole thing where they try to stay away from making sets based on military assets. The dinosaurs have been militarized. Lego, look what you've been doing! You became the thing you swore not to become. I'm kidding, of course. Anyway, we diverged quite a lot, or at least I diverged quite a lot from the original thing, which was, will you guys see the Jurassic World movie? Because personally, when it comes to Jurassic World Dominion, I think I'm okay not watching it. I don't know, I'm a little half and half. On one hand, I would like to see it because it's a Jurassic movie and I've been following the franchise for a while, and I would like to see how this one goes. It shows some promise. You know, I love seeing all the old cast make a return, like to, you know, Dr. Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, Ellie Sattler. Like, seeing them again is pretty cool. So, and I know it's fan service and I'm eating it up because I'm a fan. But on the other hand, I don't know, hold on, I just noticed something funny on the chat. Let's see. I have a bunch of stuff blocking one of my monitors, so I have to like... Oh, that's weird. So it looks like on the stream, the little Patreon chat shows everybody's username as object. See, this is why I was hoping LJ would hop on to help me set up the stream, because I don't know what caused that. Let's see if I can do anything to fix it. Bump, bump. Nope, I don't know what to do to fix it, so whatever. I'll leave it alone. According to Sakota, we've had that problem for a while. Well, I didn't know. What was I saying? Dominion. Yes, I'm half and half on seeing that movie. I think most likely I will end up seeing it just to give it a shot. I mean, this is supposed to be the end of the new trilogy. I want to see how it goes. I want to see these new dinosaurs in action. And I want to see the old cast. Now, what I was getting at is I've been feeling unsure about it because I didn't actually really like Fallen Kingdom, the movie right before this one. And you know, ever since I saw that in theaters, I've just been really reluctant to give this a chance. So, yeah, that's kind of where my hesitation comes from. But again, I might go ahead and see it anyway and give it a shot. I know there was a different director on Fallen Kingdom, and Colin Trevorrow, the director of the first Jurassic World, is coming back to direct this new one. But at the same time, he also wrote this entire trilogy. So all I think he, I guess he takes credit for a lot of not only the good parts, but the bad parts of this trilogy. So, yeah, we'll see. Inception. Or we'll yeah, whatever. Thank you for joining us, Invictus. It's so weird. Nah, I'm too used to calling you Mange. But anyway, I'm excited for Prehistoric Planet. I think that's going to be really cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, thank you. I know it's been a bit of a dry stream, so I appreciate those of you who are here for being here, because this has been something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been wanting to do some kind of live build. I always thought that would be just a cool thing to do on stream, and I just wasn't sure what to build for the longest time. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a mock or if I wanted to do a set. And then, if it was going to be a mock or a set, what set and what mock? So, you know, once we got this set, it was like a no-brainer. Because it was a big set, it was new, so it was fresh and interesting for both me and for our viewers. You know, I don't want to do something that, like, people have already seen before. Which is another reason why the whole thing where building a mock on stream was an idea too, because that would have been interesting. But at the same time, mocking for me takes a while. I will spend hours working on a mock, and usually that process ends up getting split between multiple sessions. You know, it's not... I very rarely these days can get a mock done in a single day. I would have to have the whole day off without anything to do. Anything. No priorities. No chores. No... nothing, you know? No errands to run. Just complete freedom. And that, you know, comes so infrequently. It's like, well... you know, when would the opportunity come for me to do it live? And what would I be building? I haven't had too many good ideas for mocks lately. I've been building a few mocks. Not a lot, but just a few. Like very recently I built a Batmobile based on the newer Batman movie. And I've redone it maybe 3 or 4 times already on separate days. Because when I first built it, I liked it, but there was still like there's still some work I wanted to do on it. So I ended up redoing chunks of it time after time. I guess that would have been cool to put on stream. You know, just kind of documenting the process. I don't know. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. This is kind of like an experiment, I guess. See if, like, you know, if this is something we should do more often. Live streams, you know, give us a chance to interact with you guys, and also show off some of the new stuff that comes out every so often, any new sets, because we have been getting a lot more sponsored reviews from LEGO. Thank you again, Lego. So I think it would just be cool to be able to show these off in a more intimate manner. Like, I like making the reviews, and that's why I've been doing them, of course, but you know, it'd be cool to do something a little different, and again, just something more interactive. At least that's kind of been my my thinking behind wanting to do a live stream. Okay, we're making something happen here. So we have this platform, looks pretty flat on top, but there's a lot of stuff going on underneath. We have a little function in process. Look at that, like a fall through type of floor. You just pull that, boom. We'll see how that plays out when the whole thing is finally put together. I agree, Sakota. Mocking is very unpredictable. Especially when you're like me and you run out of parts a lot of the time. At least for Bionicle stuff. And that's usually the type of mock I would build more often than not, is a Bionicle mock. Now, more recently I have been doing some system builds, like that Batmobile I mentioned is a system build, of course. And I have been wanting to do more. Problem is, I don't have that many system parts. I have a good collection, you know, one that was good enough to make a Batmobile from scratch without having to place any online orders or purchase new sets. And that was the goal, was essentially to use whatever I already had to build the Batmobile, so that way I didn't have to buy a new set or anything. But the variety I have in parts is a bit lacking, and so there's not a whole lot I can really do that would be satisfying. I find that a lot of the time, whenever I try to mock with system, there's like a point where I run out of parts, or I think of a part that would be very useful, but I just don't have it, or I can't find it in my collection. So one example is, oh, I dropped a stud, but it's okay. We probably have extras. One example is I built this Evangelion mock kind of recently. Just, again, using parts, whatever parts I already had in my collection. And what I would have liked to have done with that mock is essentially recreate some that I found online, because there are some really cool Evangelion mocks online that I would love to try recreating, but, you know, again, I don't really have the collection for that. So I just ended up doing something custom, and here, I have it right here. And I like it. I think it turned out pretty cool. There's some things I would have liked to have done better, like the head. I didn't, you know, I feel like I don't have enough of the right parts to make a proper head. I was running out of parts for the arms and for the feet. Or no, not the feet, actually. The feet turned out fine. The legs. I ran out of parts to make those a little bit better, I think. But yeah, I think it turned out okay. That one probably would have been a good one to do a stream for, now that I think about it. Because I did that in like maybe about an hour or two. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But like you said, Sakota, mocking can be unpredictable. Like, I didn't predict that I'd actually be able to come up with a mock that decent. Object. Yeah, if there is any fix for the weird object thing that's showing up on the Patreon chat, I will figure that out later. Not sure what's going on there. Apparently it's happened to us before, so maybe it's just one of those things that can't be helped. But I would like to fix it at some point, so that way you guys that have, you know, subscribed to our Patreon, that we can see your beautiful usernames up on the screen. Let's see. Where was I? Text message. Nope, not a text. It was an email. Oh, this is cool. Didn't think I'd really see this piece again. We first used this piece in the Flower Fruit Mountain set for the Monkey Kid line, and I actually really like this a lot. I've had it sitting on my desk for like the past 20 minutes probably, but yeah, now that I'm like picking it up, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I just realized this is the only other time I've seen this piece. Oh, my favorite. Sticker placements. Luckily, I'm the sticker god, so this will come together no problem. So this is what I like to do. Anytime a sticker comes up, I think LJ was the one that taught me this, actually, or showed me that this was like a technique to get good sticker placement. Use this, peel off the sticker, and then just kind of apply it slowly but precisely. And if it doesn't, no, I got that pretty good. But if I were to have messed up, like maybe it was going slightly off center, then I could easily just pull up before placing the whole thing down. Just slightly pull it up and readjust it, and then continue to apply it. So you don't fully apply it until you see that it's fully aligned, and you know, of course, obviously, but this just makes it easier to keep track of that instead of using your whole finger. That's cool. I'm liking how this is shaping out. Oh, there's another sticker. Great, great, great. Okay. Yep. Another perfect job by the Sticker King. So here's where we're at so far. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I really like the shaping on this. I love how that kind of wraps around, gives it more of an organic shape, as opposed to something blocky. Don't know how that got stuck there. Nice. I feel like I'm going at this at a pretty good pace now compared to earlier, and it just got me thinking, like, man, I should have timed myself, but maybe next time. If there's next time that I do a live build, I'll do I'll time myself to see how long it takes for me to get through something like this. So I've been told that I'm a pretty fast builder once you know, I guess once I'm actually in the zone. I've been a little out of it because I'm like focusing on the stream at the same time as I'm building. But I'm trying to be conscious of the fact that I am building, and I am trying to get this done within a reasonable time. What the heck? Oh. A speed build competition would be pretty fun, I think. But that wouldn't... I mean, it'd be fun if I could get the group to do it, but scheduling with the other TTV folk is a bit tricky. Like, again, LJ was supposed to be here to help me set up, and then, well, that didn't end up happening. And that tends to be a pretty common issue, not just with him, but just, you know, trying to get everybody in on some kind of project or activity, at least regarding the channel, you know. It's hard to set up something like that, but I would absolutely love to do some kind of speed build competition. Yeah, like doing it with the tiny Tahu build. Oh my god, that tiny Tahu thing has been making rounds, and it just makes me happy. But see, like doing something like that, I think would be perfect. It wouldn't take up too much time, and I feel like something, you know, something small like that would be easy and fun for us to get together for. Oh, missed 2 parts. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. So this part of the build involves me putting these large bendy pieces on, and then we have a pole, like a lightsaber pole piece right in the middle that look like it's uniting them. And well, you can see where this is going, so we're going to take this, bend it over here, snap it into place. Take this, bend it over here, snap it into place. And I just like, again, I love how organic this looks and how smooth it's come together. It's a really cool aesthetic. Oh, I love when this happens. I'm missing a piece. It might have fallen earlier and I just didn't notice. Oh, never mind. It's right here. It was probably just under the manual. Either that or I'm blind. Okay. Did I miss something? I feel like this should be going somewhere. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So there's more to this part. But anyway, here's this part of bag 2. We're almost done. Just have 3 more pieces to put somewhere. But yeah, this is looking cool. I guess this is going to be the top of this tower here. Let me see. I just need to figure out how it's supposed to go down. Okay, I got it. Okay. Then we have these 2 axle pieces that have been sitting here for a bit. Looks like they're going to go behind here. Slide them right in there. I don't know. Oh yeah, they are supposed to go all the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's solid. You could, like, play around with this thing like crazy. Look at that. Oh. I thought I broke it for a second. Then we have this little ladder, and that essentially completes bag 2. Just put the ladder right there. Boom. And let's see, we got a little function here. It's always fun to play around with the functions as soon as we get those put together. We got this little tab here, you just move that. Oh, I did it by accident earlier and now it's not doing it. Well, you're supposed to slide it over and then this comes down. It's supposed to do it automatically, but I guess it was just too tight up here. It's kind of funny. Whatever. But hey, you get the point. Just gonna check on the stream real quick. Okay, we're good. Bag 3. Let me just move the extra parts to this side. Move this over here. Alright, bag 3, bag 3. We have 1 bag 3. 2 bag 3. Okay, just 2 bag 3s this time. But see, all you have to do, I'll show you Lego. In case anyone from Lego ever watches this, I doubt it. This right here, put it inside. Just put it inside. That's all you gotta do. Keep it in the bag. You can keep it in the bag so that it's separate from the rear parts. Just put it in. Alright, anyway. You know, it's funny about me saying, you know, it was funny about me saying they should put the bag inside the bag because they literally just did that. Why? You do it for this one, but not. God, it's so confusing. Looks like we have a new character that I'm building here. Oh! Dropped a piece. No! I keep dropping pieces. There we go. Alright. I don't know who this lady is supposed to be. She's a newer character. Her name is Kayla Watts. Neat. Honestly, yeah, nice figure. A bit on the plain side, but I do really like the torso. That's, I think, what makes it especially nice. I like her expressions. on both sides. We'll see that in the review later. Wasn't there something about paper bags that LEGO wanted to use from this year on? I don't know. I haven't heard about that. If that's the case and that's what they end up doing, cool. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion on that, I guess. I just want them to bag their things in a way that makes sense. Like, you want me to move on to bag 3, but you have, like, 2 bag 3s. And, you know, if this was a bigger set, it'd be more of a pain. Because when it comes to bigger sets like that, I remember it was the NES, that NES set that they sent us that had so many things like that. Or like the Daily Bugle behind me. There were so many, I think like 20 numbered bags. Or there were supposed to be 20 numbered bags, but then you had like so many bags. Ugh. Just thinking about it is giving me a headache, actually. I'm just gonna stop talking about it. So it looks like bag 3 is focusing on the little helicopter vehicle thing. So totally unrelated, but it's been on my mind and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, or gush about it really. And I was thinking about it earlier and watching clips from it again, and it just made me so happy. I saw the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, or I saw Sonic 2, and that was a lot of fun. And it made me kind of have this sort of nostalgic whiplash that I didn't expect. Because, you know, growing up, when it came to video games, like Super Mario was my number one. I was always on Super Mario games more than anything. And, you know, later on, I would say Halo kind of took that as I got older. But I still love my Mario games. But there was a portion of my childhood where I was really big on the Sonic games too. I remember my dad used to tell me that, like, if a video game did not involve Sonic or Mario, then I would I would cry about it and just not touch it. You know, he tried to get me to play like a few other games, one of them being Legend of Zelda on N64. And apparently I was just not happy because it wasn't Mario or Sonic. And so, anyway, I was really big into Sonic. I think my first game was Sonic Adventure. And watching this movie just made me remember how much I really loved Sonic games when I was a kid. Not so much as time went on, and I really thought about it. I think I lost interest in Sonic games around 2008, 2006, 2008-ish. And that was really because I think it was being phased out in my mind with other stuff. So like I said, I got into Halo. I think I was playing a bunch of other different video games at that time too. And I was also getting interested in other things. And one of those things that happened to get phased out of my mind and you know, that I lost interest in happened to be Sonic. So instead of playing Sonic, I was watching Transformers. Like, that was my thing at that around that time, because that first Transformer movie came out, and it like threw me into this this whole phase of Transformers are everything. So and I think I was also 2006, I was really trying to get back into Bionicle, because I sort of lost interest in it throughout maybe the later half of 2004, then 2005, and I think I was kind of trying to get back into it around 2006, 2007. 2007 especially, I remember that was the year where I collected every Bionicle set. So yeah, my mind was not on Sonic, and it hasn't been on Sonic ever since. I think the last game that I really tried to play was Sonic Unleashed. So anyway, I watched this Sonic movie, and I love it, and I'm just like blown away with how much I enjoyed it more than the first Sonic movie. And it was great. They put a lot more love into this one, I think, and it shows. There's so many good callbacks to the games and so many references, and they even, you know, reference a lot of the lore that they established in those games, and it works. It's all fun. It's all good fun. I had a really good time watching it. So after I watched it, obviously it made me kind of want to revisit some of those old Sonic games that I used to play. So I've been revisiting a few of those. That's why I have my old Xbox out, because I was playing through Shadow the Hedgehog a little bit, and what's it called? Sonic Heroes. So that's kind of been my kick this past week, has been Sonic. And then of course before Sonic, my kick was the Jurassic stuff. Because once we started getting all these sets, that's all my mind was fixated on. Now I'm slowly but like last week I was a Jurassic fan. Now this week I'm becoming a Sonic fan again. That always happens. There's always something that happens where I'm just like, man, this was in my childhood. I'm gonna be fixated on it for like a week and or so, and then it'll be something completely different after. This is cool. Oh, there you are. Neat. So I got the tail done, it looks like. That's gonna go right here. This is coming together nicely. All right. Hi there, OctoJack channel. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I was very invested in this for a bit. And thank you for joining. So we're well ways into this build. I'd say we're almost halfway done. After I'm done building this helicopter, I just have 2 more number bags to go through. Well, technically 3. There's like 2 bag 4s. So once we get through bag 4 and bag 5, that's pretty much it. So we're getting through this pretty quick, I think. Or at least now we are. I was going at a bit of a slower pace earlier, but I'm trying to pick things up now. And yeah, this is coming together. I'm actually wasn't sure how to feel about this build at first, but so far I'm liking it. I'm liking this little helicopter thing. You just got the Throwbot torch. Nice. Is that your first Throwbot, or are you in the middle of collecting them all? I don't know if I ever got any of the Throwbots. I definitely never got a Throwbot when they first came out. I'm pretty sure I have parts for Throwbots somewhere that may have come with some random part lots that I bought on eBay at some point. I don't know if I ever got enough parts to build a whole set. More stickers. Here we go. Cool. Yeah, that got on there really nicely. Woo! So I think after this bag, I'm gonna take just a very, very brief break. Stretch my legs, use the bathroom, you know, do basic human necessities. Probably grab some water. And then, once I'm done with that, it should only take like a minute or two. Once I've had that little break, we'll jump right back into this and just finish up the set, take a look at it, maybe go over some initial impressions, do a little bit of a live review. I mean, this is supposed to be a live review anyway, so we'll probably get into that. And then we'll see how we feel after that. Probably just call it a day afterwards, just so I can get to putting this video together. I would like to have this video done by Monday, just because the sooner the better. Give myself some time over the weekend to do some editing here and there. There we go, another successful sticker placed by the sticker god. That is me. That's cool. So you only have Torch. You're a Bionicle fan. 3 days ago you got the Toanuva, Borak, Rakshi. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That was that year that those sets all came out. I think was the first year that I actually did start collecting Bionicle. So by that point, I don't think I was familiar enough with it, so I didn't get any of the Toa. I remember getting a Rakshi and Borak Kal on separate occasions, you know, for birthday and Christmas gifts, and just receiving those figures, that's what kind of got me interested. And then I met a friend in school at that time who was really into Bionicle, and he kind of taught me a little bit of the story. He got me to sign up for BZ Power, which was at that time, you know, the biggest Bionicle fan site, and that's how I got into it. So the sets that you're collecting now are like some of the first sets I ever got. When did I get the Toanuva? I didn't get a full Toanuva, but from this same friend, I did get some parts for the Toanuva, and I also remember there was a toothbrush that Lego had come out with at the time that actually no, multiple toothbrushes that each came with a different Nuva mask, and that was like the most exposure I got to the Toanuva at that time, because I don't think they sold them in stores. I think by that point they were phased out, and all you could buy were the Borak Kal or the Rakshi, and I ended up collecting all the Rakshi. I didn't get a full set of Toanuva until I was in No, I was already out of school by the time I got the Toanuva. That was like a few years ago. Well, I say a few, but that was like 2015. That's not really a few. So 2015 is when I finally got all the Toanuva. I think I, at some point, acquired all the parts to make Liwanuva. So Liwanuva was my only Toanuva for a while, and then eventually I figured out how to use Bricklink, and that's how I ended up acquiring the rest of the team. It's cool. It's never too late to become a Bionicle fan. It's really cool. we're almost done. I'm just getting these guys on here. I don't know, what would these be called? Not fans. Obviously, that's not what they're supposed to be. These little wind turbine things. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Wind turbines. Looks like there's a few more parts after I get these turbines on, and then that's it for this bag. Dude, what? You got some of those from your teacher? That's really cool. Actually, in 2004, I had a teacher. This was shortly after I was getting into Bionicle. Actually, now I think about it, 2004, because that's when it was all about Metro Nui. I had a teacher who knew I was into Bionicle, and that same friend of mine was also in this, was in the same class as me with this teacher. And this teacher, he actually, so he knew that we were both into Bionicle, and because we would talk about it all the time. And he bought one for his son. He bought a set for his son, and he showed it to us before giving it to him, I guess. And it was one of the new, or at the time it was new. It was one of the new Matoran sets for Metro Nui, and it was Nuri specifically, and that was really cool. I think that was my first time seeing that set, and shortly after, I made it a point to collect as many of those as I could. So at that time, I think I ended up collecting 4 out of the 6 Metro Matoran. But it was just cool. It was cool that he got one, and then he showed it to us, you know, just kind of like in the middle of class. You're just like, hey, you guys know what this is. It's a really cool memory. Oh! Dropped a piece. Got it. I think that's it for the helicopter, at least. We still got 3 more bags to go through. 2 for bag 4, 1 for bag 5, and then that's it. We're almost done. Like I said, I think we're a little more than halfway through this build, so we should be able to finish up soon. It's been about 2 hours since we started the stream. Maybe about an hour and a half since I actually started doing the build. Yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. This is neat. Just show this off a little bit more. I wonder if this will actually be in the movie or something like it. Alright, so with that said, since it has been about 2 hours, I need to stand up for a moment. use the bathroom, stretch, and I urge you guys watching, if you haven't already, do the same thing. Get some stretches, get something to drink, some water will do you good. I'll be right back. Oh, actually, one more thing real quick before I go. Okay, I will be right back. Okay. Surprise, I'm back. Let's see, anything I missed? No? Cool. Still have a pretty small audience here, so with that said, I thank you guys for watching and joining on my first live build here on TTV. Let's see. Anything I want to say before we get back into it? I think, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to just jump back in. Just gonna leave that there. Bag 4. Cool. Alright, a few minifigures need to get out the way. So we got another Claire minifigure coming along. I think that I have like maybe 5 Claires now. I feel like they put her in almost every set. Her and Owen. Here's Claire. I think this is the exact same minifigure that we get in the T-Rex and Atrociraptor breakout set, so nothing too crazy here. Actually, same with the Owen minifig. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this is still the same figure we get in that too. I don't know. Would have been cool to at least get her in some different outfit or maybe a different face, but it's literally the exact same figure. Looks like we got another Ellie Sattler minifig, which I called it. I knew she was gonna pop up in another set, if not Ian Malcolm, and here she is. So she is also featured in the Triceratops set, and it is a nice figure. I do like it a lot. But with that said, looks like it's the exact same figure again. So we're getting three repeat figures, which isn't very exciting, considering I already have the other set that they come in. But hey, it'll be cool. I can use their outfits for custom minifigs, I guess. Right, let's get into it. Ooh, fun sticker. This sticker's a bit tricky because you literally just put it somewhere in the center of this piece and it's... I don't know. I'm not convinced that I actually have it properly aligned. So... taking up my space. Go over here. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I'm a little tired. I woke up a bit earlier than I wanted to today. I did have some coffee, so I think I'm doing better than I would have been otherwise. But I'm okay. How are you? There you are. I was looking for that piece for a minute now. What's the clock? Well, the time right now is approximately 2 p.m. 2:12 to be exact. And I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you're happy. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so we got a little bit of a egg display here. I really like these egg pieces that they've been putting in these Jurassic sets. I don't know if they are used in any other sets, but yeah, they're nice here. You'll get a better view of them in the review, but yeah. Okay, cool. Looks like we're finally going to use this piece. This has been hanging around since we started the build, so looks like we're finally going to get to use it. Oh. Am I wrong? Oh, yep. Nope, never mind. We're not using this one. We're using this one. Slightly smaller. Oh, wow, you're in Sweden. Wow. Never been. I don't do a lot of traveling outside of the US. How is it? I hope it's treating you well. You know? I hope, you know, hope it's a good place to be. Good old Sweden. Sweden. So 2313. So that's late. That's like that's 11 p.m. 11:13 p.m. So it's pretty late for you guys. Oh, okay, I kind of did something wrong here. There we go. More stickers. Where the heck? Oh, it's a white piece. Here we go. So I need this And then a sticker. Okay, so we got the, looks like the bottom floor of this Biosyn genetics facility that's coming together here. There we go. Okay, now we're using the big piece. What is my favorite Bionicle character? Honestly, my easy answer has always been Tahu, just because that was the. I mean, I know he's the poster boy, and I know that's kind of a generic answer, but that was. Tahu was actually always my favorite when I was a kid. But I mean, you know, really thinking about it, I think I have like multiple answers for that. I think in terms of what's my favorite set to come from Bionicle, it's a toss-up between Brutaka and I want to say Tahu Uniter with no, but not by himself, but with the creature. I forget the name of the creature, but the creature that goes on his back, like that Phoenix Tahu type of look. It's just really cool to me, and I think that one's probably my favorite set. Next, definitely easily my favorite set out of G2. And from G1, I think Brutaka's my favorite. But it's always tough to think about that because there are so many. Then I think of other sets that I really liked, and now that I have the full collection, you know, like, oh, thank you, Ikir. Ikir's the name of the creature. But now that I have like the full collection, you know, there are some highlights that I really like. Makuta or Pterodax is one for sure because that was like the first Titan I ever got, and it's also just a really cool set. Then there's Axelara. That's a really cool set and features one of my other favorite Toa, Liwa. There's a special place in my heart for the Toa Metru. Those are probably my favorite Toa team out of G1. Hydraxon is up there as a favorite. Do I read much? Not so much now. I used to read a good bit before. Favorite genre... I don't think I had a favorite genre. I think if I do read these days, I usually read nonfiction, but just online. Fiction before... I would say, I guess science fiction would probably be my favorite genre when it comes to books. The last book I read, or I never finished it, but the last book that I tried to read was Steelheart, which was kind of a sci-fi superhero type of book. But it wasn't about a superhero, or at least not in the traditional sense. It didn't follow a superhero. It followed like a normal guy living in a world that a superhero ended up conquering. So that was a very interesting read, and I simply just never finished it because of time. Around the time that I started reading that book, I had a bunch of other stuff on my plate, and I just kind of fell out of interest with reading just because I felt like I had to set aside time to just sit down and do it and really like focus on it. You know, reading to me isn't as easy to sink into as say like, I don't know, watching a show or watching a movie or playing a video game, because I feel like with those there's a little bit more of relaxation and some, I don't know, I feel like I can approach those more casually than I can with book reading. So I don't read a lot of books these days. But I will say some books that I've read before were I read a bit of the Inheritance trilogy, so starting with Aragon, then Eldest. I read the Harry Potter books. I kind of revisited them recently thanks to audiobooks. And I've read Jurassic Park, the novel. I mentioned that earlier. Great novel. Definitely, you know, if I had like a list of favorite novels, that would definitely be up there. Trying to think what else I've read. Obviously, I've read the Bionicle books. Not all of them, but I have read most, and I still have a good chunk of them. But yeah, these days it's not really like in the cards for me. It's not really a thing I get into as much. Octojack, you hate the Toa Metru? Well, you know what? I hate you. Just kidding. But dude, come on. Toa Metru are great. They're solid. I know, like, for the most part, it is kind of like they're very samey, but you know, like all their builds are more or less the same kind of build, but it works for them because there's still distinguishable features between them all, and without them looking too different. And I like that uniformity that they have. When you put them all next to each other, the Toa Metru looks sick. They look really cool all together. It looks like a proper Toa team. And compared to, say, like the Toa Mari, you put the Toa Mari together, like, yeah, they look cool, but they don't really look like they're part of the same team. Because they all look so different from each other. And in comparison to other Toa teams, you know, the Toa Mata are great. They're the originals. Everybody loves them. The thing that I would put over the Toa Mata that the Toa Metru have is articulation, and I guess cool factor overall. Like, they're much posable figures, and I think I prefer the silhouette of a Toa Metru as opposed to a Toa Mata. And that's why I prefer them overall. Of course, that doesn't change that my favorite character is like Tahu Mata in both design and I suppose as a set too. But that's the thing, I don't find the other Toa Mata as cool or as interesting as Tahu. I like Liwa and I like Onua. I like Kopaka. Gali's okay, and Pohatu is probably my least favorite, easily. Just in terms of how they look. But when it comes to all of the Toa Metru, I think they all look great. I think they all look very consistent, and just overall they're solid figures. And then who else? There was also the Toa Nika, which they look cool all together, but their masks, I'm just not big on the Toa Nika masks. I never was. That's the one thing. If the Toa Nika had cooler masks, I think they could be a contender for being my favorite Toa team. And then we already went over the Toa Mari, Toa Hordika. We don't talk about them. Toa Nuva are cool. I just don't like their masks. That's just kind of like a thing. If the masks are ugly to me, then you know it ruins the whole thing. That's kind of it, huh? We didn't have too many different Toa teams throughout Bionicle until G2. G2, I think, offered us the best, by far the best looking Toa team in 2015. That lineup, the Toa Masters were really good, and those featured definitely some of my most favorite Toa designs. And they have the cool factor and the consistency that I liked about the Toa Metru, but even in an even more flashier sense, I guess. The Toa Metru are only beat out by the fact that the 2015 Toa have much more vibrant color schemes, and they pop out at you so much more, and they have more distinct features from one another, like size, height, weapons, and all, you know, or tools. There's so much more distinction between them, and yet they still have like this consistency to them that you can tell they're all from the same team, and they look so good together. Kopakanuva's mask was cool. I'll give you that. I wasn't big on the Haunuva. I wasn't big on the Kaunuva, or the Bakari Nuva, or the Kakama Nuva. Really, the only Nuva masks I liked were Liwa's and Kopaka's. The others were pretty ugly to me. No offense. The Hordika did have good weapons. Good point, Mockingbird. I really loved the Hordika weapons. I used to use those in mocks all the time. Dropped a piece, but I got it. We're good. Oh, we got more viewers. Awesome. Thank you guys for hopping on. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Stick around. Feel free to ask questions, talk about Bionicle in the chat with the rest of us, or if you have questions about what I'm building, hey, feel free. Or if you're just here to hang out, that's perfectly fine too. But either way, thank you so much for being here. This is our first live build here on TTV, and it's just me. But hey, I'm a pretty cool guy. Mask of Shadows set version. Well, which set version? There's been I think 3 different Mask of Shadows throughout the course of Bionicle. So there's the original one that came with the Pterodax set from 2003. Then there's the Ultimate Doom version that came out a year later, and that came with the Ultimate Doom set, or well, not set, it was just like 3 different sets put into one. You can combine them to build Ultimate Doom, and then you could use the bonus Mask of Shadows that you could throw on there. Then, oh, sorry, before we even got that, there was also another version of the Mask of Shadows that came out for another bundle combo set. It was Takuta Nuva, and it was an alternate version of the Mask of Shadows that was supposed to be designed after the movie design. So if we're picking out of those 3, I don't have that last one I just mentioned. I don't have it. I never got that combo set. I got both Takanuva and Makuta separately. So I never got that combo set with that special bonus mask. I wish I did, because honestly, pictures online, it looks pretty cool. I think if I had that, that might be my favorite. But from the ones that I actually do own, you know, I mean, I do like the classic Crocon. I was never that big on the Ultimate Doom version, you know, because the goofy looking teeth and all. But yeah, I like the default set form. I think it's a good mask, and I always really like the fact that you can kind of convert it just by flipping it around. Did you ever have that one piece that you always tried to work into any build you made back when mocking? A lot of the time, yeah. And that led to a lot of illegal building techniques that I used to do when I was younger. I would say over time I've become more conscious of what's legal and what isn't when it comes to building mocks, to the point where I don't really come across that problem anymore, or at least not as much. But it happens. I don't have like any specific examples because I just feel like that happens to me every time I try to mock something. The movie version of The Mask of Shadows is okay. If I'm being honest, I always thought it looked kind of weird. I saw what they were going for, though. It looked like they were trying to merge both the mask form and the flipped form into just one form. I don't know. I don't think it really translated too well, and I definitely still prefer the set version overall. I wish they had just done that instead of whatever they did in the movie. But I respect what they were trying to go for in trying to combine both of the forms into just one. Almost done with this part, and then we just have one more bag. Oh, I see. They fused a Bakari and a Vahi in the prototype. That I did not know. Bakari and a Vahi. Yeah, no, I don't think I knew that before. What the heck is this thing supposed to be? Got like this little whip attached to the end of this gun here. I don't know what's... See that? I don't know what's going on with this. Yeah, that classic 2003 Makuta set is such a good set. I do still love that set as well. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I think this little whip thing is supposed to be a grappling hook, but I'm not sure. Hey, I guess we'll find out in the movie. Oh, this is cool. It looks like I'm building a little security camera. That's a nice detail. just keep rolling away. There we go. Okay, looks like we're done with... Oh, wait a minute. I have an extra part. There shouldn't be an extra of this. I hate when that happens. I built Lego for so long that I can tell when a part is supposed to be extra and when a part is not supposed to be extra. This is one of those. Let me see. Where is it supposed to go? Ah, found it. Okay. Cool. Crisis averted. So, now we're on to the last bag. I think it is... Yep. Just a single bag. Whew. So we're almost done. We made it. We're almost done. Looks like we're just building the second floor to this building here, and then that's it. So let's see, it is currently 2:45. I've been at this for about 2 hours, 2 hours 45 total for the stream. It's honestly a lot more time than I thought this was going to take, but I think all the conversation and maintaining the stream at the beginning kind of took a bit more time than I thought. So... Cool. We got a new Henry Wu figure. Honestly, I think this is his best look. I'm loving the beard that they gave him here. See ya, Octojack. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you hopping on and just having some cool conversation about Bionicle. See you next time, buddy. Take care. I will say overall, this build is actually a little bit more leaning on the challenging side than I thought. I think it's because of just how much detail they really packed into this building, which I like and I appreciate it. So far, it's been the most complex build of the Jurassic World Dominion sets, aside from the Jurassic Park T-Rex breakout set, if you count that. I don't really count it because it's that reads more as a collector set, and so whereas these other ones are definitely more for mainstream play type of use. But of course it makes sense. It's the biggest set of the Jurassic World Dominion line. So of course it's going to be more complicated, but I do appreciate that it is more involved when it comes to the build. The other builds have been just so easy, and they just come together so quickly that they didn't really leave as much of an impression on me. Misplaced that. Come on. I seem to have misplaced my brick separator. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, that'd be very dangerous if I did not have that. I'd be breaking nails today. Let's see. Let me just change something here real quick. Oh, let's see. I was wondering what was happening there. All right. Oh, we still have plenty of room here. Okay. Need to be careful with where I'm placing this. Okay, cool. few more stickers. Oh, that one was, well, didn't quite go as well as I wanted it to, but it works. It works. The sticker god has not been felled yet. There we go. This is cool. I think this is like a either a water dispenser type thing or a coffee maker. There's like a little mug on it, so that's why I want to say coffee maker. I think this is the last sticker. Okay, here's what I'm gonna try to do. Because this is the last song on the playlist, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try to finish this before the song ends. Oh no! Isn't that going? Come on. Oh, I have to put it next to it? Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Should be doable. We're really close. Oh, dropped my phone. Almost done. I think that's supposed to be a skull. It's kind of cool. Oh god, I hear the song about to end. Come on! Come on, brain. Process faster. Ah, off by just a few seconds. Because really, just these last few parts. Well, one thing's for sure is this will be done by the end of this song. Okay, cool. We did it, y'all. Let's see. So this is what the last 3 bags that I just built put together. I already broke something off by accident. So this is pretty cool. Some kind of facility. Looks like this is where the little ATV vehicle thing, all-terrain vehicle that I just dropped. Looks like that's where that would go. Grab that. Ugh. Just put that right there. Yeah. It fits perfectly in there, so that's cool. So this is really neat, and there's some really nice details that you can see on the inside. There's some really nice detailing going on here. There's a bunch of screens with dino data and silhouettes on there. You also have what is it? Little syringe arm thing? I don't know what this is for. What, are you injecting a dinosaur, or are we like extracting DNA, I guess? Actually, I'm gonna put this extra piece here. So we have a little thing here to extract DNA, I suppose. Egg case right here. Yeah, lots of neat details. There's even a microscope in here, which is cool. I like it a lot. Usually I'm not too enthusiastic about these type of half-building builds where there's not really a whole lot going on with the actual architecture of the building itself, but I do like the little details that we have in here, so this is cool. Oh man, the detail up here with the helicopter landing pad is really nice as well. Yeah, love that landing pad. Look, you just slap it right on there. There we go. Oh, that just kind of snaps on. Neat. Ooh. Yeah, the landing pad is quite neato indito. So what else we got here? Okay, then we have the watchtower, I suppose. So this is really what you're looking at here. Let me get a better angle. So here's what we have. We have the facility, laboratory center thing, and we have the watchtower. Really cool. There we go. Push back. There. these things keep popping off of the spot they're supposed to be in. Now I don't even remember where this thing goes. I'm just gonna put it in a random spot. Yeah, this set does have some fragile parts. It's mainly because of the plants on the outside. Now, in terms of functionality, there's not a whole lot going on here. I think the only built-in function is this with the falling platform. And that's kind of it. The helicopter's cool because you can spin the blades on top, and, you know, as with any helicopter, that's always fun and entertaining. The building itself doesn't have a whole lot going on, though. It's, well, static. And really the coolest part about it are just all the details inside. And, you know, I would imagine that this would be really fun to pose the minifigures in and get some really nice scenes taken on photos. Or, you know, if you're playing with it, then interacting with it, I'm sure is fun as well. It's not what I'm going to be using it for, but, you know, there's an audience here for, there's a target audience here. I think kids will enjoy it. Let's see. Then we have the dinosaurs. Now, I'm not sure how the dinosaurs would interact with this set in particular. I just feel like you'd mainly want to play fight the dinosaurs against each other. Alright, Sakota, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, get a good night's sleep, buddy. And take care. Let's see. What else can I say about this? I'm just gonna say a few more things about it, and then I think we can pretty much end it there. Overall, I think this is okay. I don't think this is a set I would really go for just based on my personal standards and what I collect Lego for, but I do like the dinosaur figures. I think they're neat, and overall the build itself was really fun to put together, and I do appreciate the amount of detail that goes into this set. With that said, again, it just doesn't feel like it's really for me. I think this would be a really cool playset for some lucky kid on their birthday or Christmas, what have you, whatever they celebrate, whatever's a good occasion to give them a nice gift. If they love dinosaurs, this is the set for them. I don't know what the significance is of this set in relation to the movie Jurassic World Dominion, but we'll find out once that movie comes out, and who knows, maybe the building, the helicopter, the little ATV, and this thing, maybe those will be more iconic to me or mean something more to me. I think so far the best parts of the set are the dinosaur figures, the details in the building, and some of the minifigures. Like, I really like this Alan Grant minifig especially. So yeah, I guess there's a good handful of good qualities about this set that make it interesting. Let's see. But that's pretty much that. I will give you guys one more good look at the set before I sign off of the live stream here, because then I'm gonna go ahead and actually start recording a review. Well, I'm gonna need a break first before I start talking about Lego for another however long. And then I'll record the review, and the review will be up sometime next week with some footage used from the live stream. And let's see, anything else I should say? I think I'm good. So let me go ahead and just show you guys the set a little bit more. I'm just gonna grab my webcam here. I'm gonna come around. Oh. Ah! The cable's tangled on something. Let me try to fix that real quick. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and give you guys a look at what we have. So here we got the minifigs. We have Owen, Claire. You'll get a better look in the review. Of course, the freaking camera's gonna... Look at that. It's gonna make it super blurry. Owen, Claire, Ellie, why am I forgetting his name? Henry Wu and Dr. Alan Grant. Woo! And we have helicopter on the landing pad, the building itself, the Giganotosaurus, really cool. This watchtower build, quite nice. Little details at the bottom. And then we have, oh, sorry, almost forgot, little buggy, ATV buggy thingy. And finally, Therizinosaurus. The shredder claws. Now, overall, yeah, cool set. I don't think it's a bad set at all. But, yeah, talk about it more when I get around to making the review. Alright, so with all that said, I'm ready to go ahead and sign off. Let's see, got about 4 of you here. No, really small party today, but I still appreciate the fact that there was a party. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this very first live build stream on the TTV channel. Might do another one in the future, I'm not sure, but feel free to, leave some comments on the review once I have that posted, or because I don't think I'm gonna post this whole stream, but just like parts of it will be featured in the video. So if you guys like this format and you're interested in seeing maybe more sets, whether it be Jurassic or not, feel free to let us know. You can comment in the video that this is featured in, or you can let me know on the Patreon chat. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you can become a patron, gain access to our Patreon Discord, and any suggestions, any feedback you have for the channel, that will be seen there a lot more immediately. So if you have anything to say about this or whatever, just subscribe to our Patreon. As low as $1 a month, doesn't matter. I'll be able to see it there a lot more easily. If not, comment. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. If you want to see more videos similar to this one, you want to see more reviews by me and the other fantastic personalities that we have on the TTV channel, by all means, we'd love to have you. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you all next time on this review and many more to come. Thank you guys so much. Take care.